Fewer than half of the insurance claims on homes in the Upper South Island damaged by last November's Kaikoura earthquake have been settled so far. However, the Insurance Council figures show almost 90% of affected properties have been assessed. Some homeowners in Ward, which is a small rural town in southern Marlborough, which was badly hit by the quake and has been hit by many aftershocks, have endured the winter with makeshift heating, while others have cut their losses in order to move on. Here's our reporter from the region, Tracy Neal.
Earlier this year, Marlborough grape grower Ross Ward was in bad shape. He and his wife were living in a horse truck after their 1930s Ward cottage was written off by the 7.8 magnitude quake. They're now living in a sleep out while watching the walls go up on their new home after accepting a settlement offer.
We accepted what insurance offered. I thought it was a sort of a nominated value, but took into account the fact that Christchurch is still arguing if we didn't, and we have the new house build is being lined at the moment.
Ross Ward says they've had to extend their mortgage to help pay for what will be a comfortable but not extravagant house. The Insurance Council says the total value of claims arising from the quake has now reached almost $2 billion. Chief Executive Tim Grafton says the bulk of them are for commercial properties in Wellington, with the damage extending well beyond the Upper South Island.
Priority was given to the most damaged residential properties and most vulnerable properties, and those were in the Upper South Island. So 86% have been assessed there, which is way ahead of other parts of New Zealand affected by the 14th of November earthquake.
Mr Grafton says 43% of residential claims have been settled or partially settled. He says part settlement might cover an initial payout for things like home heating. Ward homeowner Candy Callaghan says their fireplace was put back in and cracks in the walls blocked halfway through winter. She's among those still waiting for final settlement.
I have had an assessment done on my home, but I'm yet to hear anything further. So I haven't had a scope of work yet. So apparently my assessment is with the quantity survey at the moment.
Tim Grafton says they're still a lot further ahead with the claims process than they might have been had they stuck with a model traditionally managed by the Earthquake Commission. In this case, insurers are acting as agents for EQC and are managing most of the claims. Mr Grafton says the more streamlined process will set the direction for future claims assessment.
So if you are dealing with your own insurer, then you deal solely with them. In Canterbury, what we saw was EQC, the insurer involved, multiple assessments involved.
Mr Grafton says the council is confident most people will receive a settlement offer by the end of the year. Back in Ward, Candy Callaghan and her young children hope that will be the case.
Fingers crossed that's true, and I have faith that by the end of the year, so that's going to be 1 year plus on from the 14 November earthquake, that everyone's been assessed and there was actually an offer on the table.
And Ross Ward says the decision to settle has helped with his emotional recovery from the quake.
Time's a healer. Still get very nervous with aftershocks. Yeah, no, definitely better. And every day is a new day.
He and his wife hope to celebrate Christmas in their new home. For Checkpoint, Tracy Neal.